Welcome to Rebabo AI, your daily AI briefing. It's the 10th of July, and we've got 30 stories for you today. Let's dive in. Part 1. Focus. First up, OpenAI launches GPT Live, a full duplex voice model that listens and talks simultaneously, ending turn-based interaction. For complex queries, it silently delegates to GPT 5.5 for enhanced reasoning plus. The US lifts restrictions on GPT 5.6 Sol with new models, Sol, Terra, Luna, for extreme reasoning. This redefines real-time AI conversations. Up next, AGI and Kern release Grok 4.5, a 1.5 trillion parameter model trained on thousands of GB, 300 GPUs. It matches top coding models but uses 4.2 times fewer tokens than Opus 4.8 and costs just $2 per million input tokens. This is a game changer for developer productivity on a budget. Meanwhile, OpenAI's reasoning agent, powered by GPT 5.6 Sol, won the AdCoder World Tour Finals 2026 by solving all 5 problems with no internet. Human champions couldn't crack the last 2. This marks a major breakthrough in long horizon reasoning and competitive programming. And to wrap up this section, OpenAI's audit of Swidebench Pro finds that roughly 30% of its tasks are flawed due to overly strict criteria, vague requirements, or incorrect instructions. They withdraw their recommendation and urge the industry to develop more reliable coding benchmarks. Part 2. Trends. In this next batch, Google releases Gemma 4, its most advanced open source model family, under Apache 2.0. The Gemma 412b uses an anchor-free architecture that feeds audio and visuals directly into the model, cutting memory overhead for local deployment. Up next, Meta unveils Muse Spark 1.1, its strongest agent and coding model, along with the Meta Model Alpine public preview. It boasts 1 million context length and powerful computer use capabilities, all at very low cost. This empowers developers to build smarter agents. Meanwhile, ByteDance's SC team releases Seedream 5.0 Pro, a multimodal image creation model with upgrades in text, image alignment, structure, and text rendering. Key new abilities include complex data visualization, precise interactive editing, realistic textures, and native multilingual input. It pushes creative boundaries for AI-generated visuals. One more on this front, and Lingbo Open sources Lingbot Video, a 30 billion parameter Mo video model with 3 billion active, achieving SOTIA on Rbench. They also released Lingbot World 2.0, enabling hour, long reel, time generation, and Marel AI interaction. This provides a new video physics engine for embodied AI research. First up, Google just launched the first model in its Gemini 3.5 series, the 3.5 Flash, OpenAID for ultra-fast reasoning and agent tasks. They also released Gemini 3.5 Live Translate, offering real-time, two-way voice translation for over 70 languages directly in Google Translate on mobile. The Type A, Google is making multimodal, real-time AI a daily utility. Next, Google AI Studio now lets you import entire GitHub repos directly into its build mode. The AI automatically converts the code into a compatible format so you can iterate and deploy in the cloud without manual setup. This drastically simplifies the developer quawink. Meanwhile, Hugging Face and SkyPilot announced a deal that lets devs store models in HIF private storage and run them on any cloud GPU, no egress fees. This removes a major cost barrier and gives teams real flexibility in choosing infrastructure. One more on this front, Primitive Force released Deem 0.5, a 4 billion parameter embodied base model trained on 150,000 hours of high-precision data. It supports up to 60 seconds of historical memory, excels in zero-shot navigation, and adapts to multiple robot forms, lowering the barrier for embodied AI deployment. Finally, Databricks tested top coding models on millions of lines of its own code and found open-source GLM 5.2 matches proprietary Opus 4.8 on pass rate at a fraction of the cost, so it's making GLM 5.2 the default coding model for its developers, proving open source is production-ready. Part 3. Tools. Now to tools. Microsoft open-sourced Flint, a visual intermediate language for AI agents to generate charts. Agent's output, a simple semantic JSON, and the Flint compiler handles the low-level details to produce Vega, light or E-chart visuals, greatly reducing charting errors for agent weak ones. Also in this space, NVIDIA and LangChain launched the NemoClaw Deep Agents Blueprint, an open-source enterprise agent framework. It combines LangChain Deep Agents with NVIDIA's OpenShell Secure Prakine, giving companies full ownership of their agent stack while cutting inference costs. Last up, Entire, founded by GitHub's former CEO, launched a decentralized Git network built for AI coding swarms. It handles high-frequency concurrent reads and writes via global mirror nodes and includes a semantic memory layer to track agent changes, solving the performance bottlenecks of traditional code hosting. First up, Llama Index upgraded its document packer with an intelligent routing layer. Simple text pages use low-cost parsing. Complex charts and tables are routed to heavy VLM. Now they support granular cost breakdown. The sharp K-quiz balanced accuracy and cost without compromise. Part 4. Learning. Next, the Max Planck Institute and Tsinghua University released DUL-PSD, the first online self-distillation framework for diffusion language models. Instead of static references, it randomly retains the student's own future as privileged information. It achieves Allern quality results with just 1/10 of the training steps. Also in learning, Google DeepMind published a new paper introducing a cognitive taxonomy for AGI covering 10 dimensions from perception to metacognition. They've partnered with Kaggle for a $200,000 hackathon to build evaluation tools. The Tegway, standardized AGI benchmarking, just got a major push. Meanwhile, Nicholas Wilt, author of the CUDA Handbook, has released the full text of his book for free on his website. This is an authoritative resource for GPU programming and parallel computing. The Tegweight, high-performance computing learning, just got a lot more accessible. Wrapping up learning, Oxford University researchers analyzed 19 benchmarks and identified 6 dimensions of AI agent failure, covering tool use, long horizon decay, and multi-agent coordination. This section only provides a theoretical guide for improving agent architectures. The take, we now have a map of where agents fall short. Part 5. Business. Switching to business, decentralized AI platform, Prime Intellect, raised $130 million at a billion-dollar valuation. Radical Ventures led the round, with NVIDIA, Intel Capital, and Dell Capital joining in. They rebuilding an open-source superintelligence stack. The TAE enterprises can now train models without relying on big tech's closed labs. And another in business. Llama raised $65 million in Series B's funding, led by Theory Ventures with Benchmark participating. They now have nearly 9 million monthly active users, making local AI deployment mainstream for enterprises and individuals alike. The take local AI is booming. Finally, Swedish Vibe coding startup Lovable is raising $300 million at a $13.2 billion valuation, double what it was last year. Annualized revenue already over $500 million. The TAE, the AI app layer, is where the cash flows. Part 6. Community. First up, Tencent's researchers say the large language model API market is stuck in monopolistic competition. Demand is surging, but open source models and distillation keep barriers low. Price wars make selling tokens unprofitable, pushing the market toward an oligopoly, a tough reality for AI vendors. Next, Anthropic's Fable 5 was spotted leaking raw internal code, full of GRR and teeth-not-jern, during extreme tasks. Rancheries call it spontaneous neuralese, a compressed language born from deep reasoning. It's a glimpse into how models think beyond human logic. To wrap up this section, a Brown University professor caught AI cheating in his open book final and switched it to a closed book in-person exam. Only 3 students passed. The class average plunged 50%. The debate on AI-era academic integrity just got real. Part 7. More. First up, NVIDIA unveiled the Vera CPU with 88 Olympus cores and 1.2 terabytes per S bandwidth, built for agentic AI. The problem: single-thread CPU bottlenecks keep GPUs idle. Vera rebalances heterogeneous computing, putting CPU back at the center of AI wickwicks. Next, Britain. As 37.7 degrees Celsius heat wave knocked out the cooling system on Cambridge. Dawn supercomputer. 350 plus research projects, from cancer vaccines to climate modeling, were halted for a week. The legacy AI infrastructure is dangerously vulnerable to climate extremes. Finally, Samsung's chip division just posted a single-year profit bigger than its entire 40-year combined haul, driven by AI's hunger for HBM and DRAM. The profit surge pushes Samsung past NVIDIA as the world's most profitable tech firm. Storage is the new kingmaker. That's all 30 stories for today. Full written coverage is linked in the description. See you